Welcome, bienvenidos. This is Roxana from MetamorphosisRox. Give me a second because I have to share this. Okay. And I'm only 3 minutes late, so I don't want to get yelled at for being late. Give me a second because I'm checking something real quick. All right. And the other message is here for you. What did I just do? What the hell? No, that's not it. Oh, crap. Here we go. Here you go. We're good. Okay, now. Hello, Lily. Hi, Diesel. Hi, Christina. Hi, you live and learn. Hey, Joe. Alrighty. We have enough people here. First, hi, Kim. I'm going to put 3 messages out there. I'm not going to name names, but people know who they are. I'm just not going to name them. The first one I'm going to say is to a friend of the channel whose birthday is today. And this person is not only a friend of the channel, but I consider them a friend to me. And it's funny because they're celebrating a big birthday, and I'm really happy for this person. But hey, Amy, but I wanted to make sure that I said something. I don't know if she's going to see this because, of course, she's celebrating her birthday, so I'm not expecting her to see this now, but I'm going to leave it up, so it doesn't matter. To this person, I want to say it's funny that you feel that I had any impact on your life. And by the way, I accept it. What the? No, I'm not talking to you. Why is everybody calling me when I start live streaming? I don't get it. This person says that I've had an impact on their life. And what they don't know is that they have sent me DMs, specific DMs to a certain situation that I'm not going to get into. And they have no idea that the message got to me at a point where I was really low in my life. And normally I always tell you guys, whatever somebody thinks of you is none of your business. And that holds true for good and for bad. But I honestly feel that if I hadn't gotten that message at that particular point, I was on a low point. So I wanted to thank that person because you have helped me just as much as I've helped you. The second person I want to thank, or I want to send a message to, hey, Skip. Hey, Sky. What Jose? Where you see a Jose? Who's Jose? Y'all are, I'm not looking at you right now, okay? Because I got to get this out of the way so we can get to the fun part. The second person I wanted to thank or say something to, I have a person in this group that sends me a little something every month on PayPal. Now, many of you have sent me money on PayPal. And for those of you who don't understand why people, including me, prefer PayPal to any other form of money or donations or whatever you want to call them, is because there's 3 reasons. Number one, in YouTube, you have to hit a certain level of money before they send you money. Number 2, that money doesn't come whenever you want it. It comes once a month and it's at the end of the month. And number 3, they take a fee. If you send money through PayPal and I'm willing to wait the extra day, they send it directly to the bank account without getting a charge. So if you send me $1, I get exactly $1. And that's why you'll see, and it's going to happen more and more, that you're going to see a lot of people that have a PayPal link or something like that. That's why. But this person sent this money to me today, and you guys know I'm getting ready to, leave. And we had a little drop that we weren't expecting. So the amount of cash that we had for the trip is less. We are covered. The money's still going to get here. Ironically, it still works because what we're going to do is we're going to use the credit cards. And when that money comes in, we just pay the credit cards and be done with it. But it did for a second there. I was like, so it was touch and go there for a second, but we're good. So we're covered. The third message I want to send is for two people. And this message is not a happy one. And for those of you who were here the Monday that I had the meltdown on the other channel, you might understand that I have to say what I'm about to say. I don't know if it's because it's the week before I go on the trip. Stop it. I don't know if it's because it's the week before I go on the trip, but the truth is that, okay, let me go back. I'm not the kind of person that says I love you and I don't mean it. If I say I love you, it's because I love you. That's the bottom line. And after both my brothers passed away, I got into the habit of saying I love you to every single person that I care about, because even though I know my brothers knew that I loved them, I always felt like I didn't say it enough. That didn't happen with my dad, but it happened with my brothers. And so I've gotten in the habit of saying, which is probably the hardest thing for me to say, is I love you. I can show it all day, but saying it is a completely different animal. But I've gotten in the habit. And so what's on my eyes? Jawbreaker and Huda Beauty, the purple palette, the amethyst palette, I think it's called. I don't know. So I go to bat for my friends like you wouldn't believe. Now, oh, thank you, Amy. Thank you so much. For real life friends, not for internet friends, but for real life friends, I happen to be, just so you have an idea, the person that I've known the least amount of time, I've been friends with for over 5 years. And the person that I've known the longest, it happens to be one of the people I'm going to go visit. I've known her for 40 years. And my friends, I'm the kind of friend, and I realize not everybody's like this, so don't think that I expect them to be the same way. But I'm the kind of person that if you tell me drop everything and be in this place at this time on March 27th, I don't know how I'm going to get there, but I'm going to be there. That's the kind of person I am. And I did it for my brother, and I did it for my dad. And certain people in my life, I will drop everything for. Yep, Sky, exactly. So, are better than most of my real life friends. Diesel, I have a good combo. I have some people on social media that I have never met them in person, but we've talked. Some of them even have my phone number. And I've talked. Many of you have been on my DMs, so you know that I adore you and that I would do anything for you. I wouldn't necessarily travel to Europe because I don't like flying, but I'm just saying, because I know Joe's going to say something. So I'm the kind of person that will drop everything. But there's two people in particular in my life. And these two people have been in my life on and off, or however long you want to say it, for over 30 years. So these are not people that I met yesterday. And oh my God, Melissa, thank you so much. Oh, you're gonna make me cry. You're gonna make me cry. I can't cry. So these two people, and again, I don't know if it's because it happened this week and it just put a damper on my excitement for this trip. But these two people decided to do or say something to me. One on Saturday and one on Tuesday. And to say that both situations have turned my life upside down is the understatement of the century. These two people, other than the three closest people to me are my daughter, my mother, and my sister. Other than those three people, these two people are the kind of people that I would move heaven and earth to help if they needed it. And what they said or did, or said and did, absolutely crushed me to no end. And one of them, and the funny thing is that they're still talking to me like nothing happened, because I don't think they meant to hurt me, if that makes sense. But one person in particular said something so devastating to me that I physically fell ill. Like, I threw up, and I don't eat that much. So throwing up when you don't eat a lot is painful. And the reason, quite possibly the reason why I haven't slept very well the last 3 days, is because of what this person said to me. And I do want to say to one of those two people that I did say, I hate you. I don't hate you. But to say the least, both of you have made me so sad and disappointed and hurt and betrayed. Because here's the thing, these two people are like advisors to me. So now I can't tell if every single advice you've ever given me or every word you've ever said to me is a lie. That's how I feel right now. I don't know. And because I don't know, I don't know how I feel. So if you've noticed that I haven't said my customary I love you and I care about you, or I don't know what I'm saying when I'm talking to you, this is why. You both have betrayed me to no end. And I'm still talking to you because I'm trying to convince myself that I care about both of you, and that I'm just in so much pain that I feel like I'm drowning. And the only comparison I can give for you guys to understand is if somebody saw a man drowning and pulled him out of the water, put him on the boat, dried them off, gave them food and whatnot, and then as soon as they got off the boat, they stabbed them. That's how I feel. Like, you saved me to kill me. And it's ironic because I'm going on a trip, and I had said before the trip that there were a lot of things that were going to change, because I really needed to put myself first, because I've always been family and friends first for the last 32 years. And at this particular point in time, I need to put myself first. And whatever happens on this journey, and I just don't mean the trip, I mean everything, I'm taking both of you out of the equation. I'm making decisions that are good for me, and I'm not asking you or telling you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do it. And so for the person that hurt me on Tuesday, you said something to me, and then I told you that that's not what you said first. Well, that's not what you had said in the past. And funny thing is that I had it in writing because we had a conversation, and the conversation, I still had the conversation on my phone. So I just sent you an email with the proof that you did change your mind, and then you changed it back. And to me, that's why I have the issue that I have right now. And I'm really hurt. And I still care about you, and I still care about both of you, actually. But you both, and I don't understand why you picked this week to do this. I don't understand why you decided to do it the week before I'm supposed to be the happiest. You both knew how much this trip meant to me, because I've been talking about it nonstop for 6 months. And now all of a sudden you both decide to do this to me now. I'm heartbroken. That's all I'm going to say about that. And that doesn't mean I'm not going to forgive you. I'm probably going to go on my trip, and the better the trip goes, the better for you it is, because then I'll probably forgive you faster. But right now, I don't know how I feel about either one of you. And I understand that probably neither one of you meant to hurt me. And I understand that neither one of you even probably thinks that much. But one of you actually said to me that you hated when people said that they felt like trash because trash was like the lowest of the low of the insults. I don't even feel like trash. I feel like nothing. Like I absolutely mean nothing to either one of you two people. And to me, that's worse. And the only reason why I'm saying it here and I'm not telling you both to your faces is because the last time I let it all out on this thing, I felt a million times better after. And as of 6:30 p.m. today, I need to be happy as a clam. And hopefully I will, because I let it all out and I let the world know that the two of you were horrible to me this week. And I know you're going to see this because I sent you the link. And I also sent you the text with the message that you sent me. And I don't hate you. I just want you to know I don't hate you. I just don't know how I feel about either one of you right now. And with that said, let's go to some fun shit because I'm tired of being in pain. And if any of you is wondering of the people that were here on that Monday when I was having the situation that happened on Saturday was ongoing, and that was one of the reasons why I was feeling the way I was feeling. The situation that happened on Tuesday, I was not expecting at all. And I was absolutely sideswiped, especially because this person knew what had happened on Saturday. So I'm just, that's okay. It's still up. I'm not taking down the live streams. That's one thing I wanted to say before I start going with the Jaclyn Hill and the Spoonies and the whole 9 yards. Just so you know, I'm leaving the live streams up unless I say something so horrible that I don't even want to see it. I'm gonna leave them up because at the end of the day, I have to put views on this channel or it goes bye-byes. And because I don't know how many videos I'm gonna be making from now on, because like I said, I'm going on a journey and it's not just a trip. I am gonna be live streaming from the trip. So if you don't follow me on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or whatever, I am eventually gonna put the links on the community page so you can go ahead and follow them and see it when it happens. If I haven't said hi to you, hi. And let's get to the cool stuff and the funny stuff because I'm tired of being in pain. I'm just tired of it. And I do know that you guys are leaving me messages telling me that you feel me, and I am purposely ignoring you because I really want to cry, but I'm wearing contacts, I'm wearing makeup. I refuse to ruin my makeup for two people that obviously I didn't mean a damn thing to them, even though they meant the world to me. So yeah. Let's talk about Jaclyn Hill, people. Now, before I even start talking about Jaclyn Hill, how many people saw either Jen Love's Reviews video on the Jaclyn Hill original palette or Ali True Sleuth's video on Jen's video and on some other stuff? Hey, B-Rad. Where's Nosy? Where'd you see Nosy? I didn't see Nosy. Oh, hi, Nosy. Yes, you can stay here and be cool and funny. Yes, because I need to read stuff that's cool and funny. All right, so you guys saw it. Cool. Yeah, put the emoji. God, I don't know if you're supposed to put emojis or not, but put the emoji so I know. Yeah, one is fine. If you want to say one for Jen, two for Allie, and if you saw both, then put the little emoji with the hand up. And I'm seeing a little bit of everything. So here's the thing. I don't know if you noticed, but I didn't see this back. I don't know if the back of the original palette that Jen showed was this one, but this is the back of my original palette. This is the original, like when she put them out. I don't know if it's the first set, the second set, or whatever, but I know there have been several. Here's the thing. For my USA tour, I'm telling you, the next trip is to Ohio. I'm telling you right now. Well, no, the next trip is to the Keys, but the next big trip is to Ohio. So get ready. I might actually jump all the way to Canada, but I need a passport for that, and I don't have one. I let it die. But that's gonna change now. Thank you, Nosy. Yeah, here's the thing. I have the original Jaclyn Hill palette, and I want to answer something because Amy asked me something on Twitter, and I want to answer it now. I didn't answer it on Twitter because I've tried to avoid Twitter like the plague because I don't want to get sad again. But here's the thing. The reason why the components of the original Jaclyn Hill palette, which is a holy grail for many people because this palette was good. It's beautiful and it's good. I can't use the purples and the blues, but every other color I can. Thank you, Dev. Here's the thing. The reason why it's an issue if they change the actual ingredients on the formula is because it delves into the other topic that I said no. I'm on the you're calling me and I'm live. Stop calling me. Anyway, the reason why, let me send them a message so they know that I'm live because I feel bad now. Because for one thing, there are ingredients that are highly capable of developing. Oh, come on, not now. Hold on. Can you guys see me? I need to know if you guys can see me because it's telling me that I'm not live. Okay, cool. All right. So here's the thing. The original palette, I can't remember if this thing said it was free of.
Here are some matching videos.
Nobody's talking to you, Google. The original palette was sold as, I believe, vegan and whatever free. Now, two things. Carmine is not vegan. And second of all, the jojoba, is that how you say it? I don't know. The oils that they're putting on the new formulations, there are people that are allergic to them. If you don't make that common knowledge, you're going to have a bunch of people that are going to have allergic reactions to the palette. In the case of people, and I know a couple that went through this and are buying the new one thinking that it's the same one, they might have an allergic reaction that they didn't experience before, and it's because of the new ingredients. That's why it's an issue. Issue number two, and this is where the Spoonie community comes in. If you happen to be a person like me who is very sensitive to a lot of things, if you change a formula that has worked on me and then I have a reaction to that formula, it's probably going to mess me up. And this is true for spoonies who are a little bit more sensitive to stuff. It will have an impact. It just will. So that's why Carmine is crushed beetles. Correct, Diesel. Yeah. Carmine is what old traditions used to use. They would pilon and put it in their face and stuff. That's why you see all those old I don't want to say, but yeah, the Native Americans are one of them. That they would put red on their face and stuff. That's where some of them did it from. There are other things that you can crush that gets the red, but the carmine happens to be one of the best. It also happens to stain like a mofo. So if you use carmine, be careful. But as far as the issues with this, I don't know. If you ask me to shout you out, I'm not going to shout you out just because I shout out me people And sometimes I forget to shut them out, but I don't. You might be, you might not be, but like I said, I'm not gonna say hi to anybody unless they come in now. So it's the vegan red dye that stains. I don't think carmine stains. I can tell you from personal experience that I have never had an issue. I have the blood sugar palette. That one doesn't have carmine. I have never gotten a stain from it. I had something, hey bacon, I had something that actually had carmine in it. And to tell you that I didn't understand why my eyelids looked pink for a day, it was bad. It was really bad. So what I would tell you is this. If you like the palette, and if you don't have allergic reaction to the new materials, and if you still want to get it, go ahead and get it. I don't see any problem with that. But if you find it a little suspicious, spoonies are, oh my God, Jose, help. Um, I'll explain to you in a second. If you have an issue with somebody changing ingredients and lying about it, because at the end of the day, whether it's omission or a mistake, or they did it on purpose, Jen actually contacted Morphe and they told her, two different people told her there is no change in ingredients. And she actually pulled the ingredients out. And sure enough, and you all need to go see that video, by the way. The ones that haven't seen Jen Loves Reviews video, you need to go and watch it. And if I remember, because you all know I'm bad at this, I'm going to leave the link. However, if any of my, and why is Nosy not a mod? What the heck? You were a mod. Why aren't you a mod? If any of my mods wants to go and get the link to the Jen Loves Review video, please post it so that I can, there you go. Carrie is giving the spoonie is a term coined by a woman who was attempting to explain what it feels like to have only so much energy in the day. Each task requires a spoon, and when you're done, you have no more energy. Yeah. I lived like that for 2.5 years. I don't ever want to feel like that again. And lately I've been feeling a little bit like that. So it's been scaring the crap out of me. But yeah. No, you're not going to be a mod. Because I don't know who you are. You might be somebody that's been here with me for all time, but I don't know who you are because I don't recognize the account. There you go. Josephine just posted a link to the Jen Loves Review video. You guys, when you finish here, obviously, don't do it now. I want you to go and watch that video because that video is really good. I heard that said just recently. What, Adele? The spoonie concept? Apparently, the Vogue collection wasn't the same formula as the original JH palette, which is why it sucked. You know, here's the thing. And this is a question I'm going to ask to those of you who wear a lot of makeup. That's Puerto Rico. That's my country. When you have, I mean, I realize, and by the way, I'm not that stupid. I know that matte formulations are different from the other formulations, okay? But what I'm thinking is color-wise. Color-wise. Wouldn't there have been a difference to begin with because the colors were so different from the original palette? Or were they not? Because I didn't pay attention to the Vault. I didn't want it. After the purple on this thing made me sick, and you all know how much I love purple, and obviously I can wear purple and I have a problem with it. Yeah, I didn't want it. So I'm wondering if, hey Frog, it would be different, and that would make, but of course, now we found out that they still changed the formulation. Now, second question is, Spoonies applies particularly to people with chronic health conditions. Yeah, but lately, B-Rat, lately, a lot of other conditions are using the term because it's so much easier to explain to somebody. And most people will get it if you say, you know what I mean? I don't know. I never buy Morphe, just not a fan when I swatch it. I can tell you this. I love the store. I don't necessarily love the Morphe palettes. I like this one. Number one, it was a Christmas gift. And number two, more importantly, I actually like some of the colors on this thing. But I'm wondering why change the form? Why would you change something if it's not broken? Because I know people love this palette. And unless we're talking, and I realize that these come from China, so it might have been something as stupid as they change manufacturer and that's why they changed the formula. Does that make sense? Either that or yeah, Devin, that was my second choice, that the ingredients were cheaper, so they figured they would go ahead and use the cheaper ingredients. But at the end of the day, here is the thing. Once you lose the trust of your customers because you're playing these kind of shady games, I don't know how easy it's going to be for you to get it back. Now, there's companies that we all know, and I'm not going to name them by name. You all can name them in the comments. I don't mind, but I'm not going to name them here. There are certain companies that we know. I didn't kill you. There are certain companies that we know that like they have no consistency from one palette to the next. Okay. I'm wondering if that's going to be the way we're going to see Morphe now. Like I realize that because people that love Morphe. Let's keep this clear. Some people absolutely love Morphe. They swear by Morphe. They absolutely love all the Morphe formulas. And I'm aware that you're going to have different formulas based on whatever you're doing. However, why would I just don't understand why they would change the formula. And as far as the new palette is a completely different issue because I remember Amy telling me, yeah, but that's the old palette, the newer stock. The new palette is the new palette is a completely different animal. But now I'm wondering if once they get rolling, they're going to change the formulation on that one too. I'm just wondering. And I also wrote on, I am so proud of consumers like Jen for catching this. Yeah, definitely. And the other thing is that I left a comment on Jen's video and I asked, I wonder if the original James Charles palette is the same as the little one. Because they came out, what, a year apart? I don't know. Bye. If I ever block one of you and because it can happen. Okay, I just want you to know if I ever knock one of you by accident because I'm trying to knock somebody out of the chat, please send me a DM on Twitter or wherever, or you can leave me you can't leave me a comment on YouTube once I block you. Leave me a comment somewhere other than YouTube so that I can add you back. But because like today I can barely see the screen, so I'm having a hard time with the screen. So I might accidentally hit somebody that was not the person that was intended. So I apologize for that. Just send me a message and I'll unblock you. Okay. Now, that is what I'm going to say about the Jaclyn Hill palette. I don't know what to think. I don't know what you guys think. Hey, Jen, tell me what you think because I'm not sure, Smokey used the spoon analogy on it. Hannah is a very smart young lady. I absolutely adore Hannah. If you don't watch Smoky Glow, why aren't you? I don't get it. But she's amazing. Hey, Cleo. Thank you. It's messy, to be honest. Makes you not want to trust their brand as a whole. That's what I was thinking. That's the way I look at it. Now, Nosy made it very clear that she doesn't buy Morphe. So we know she ain't going to buy that. Yes, Nosy, she is wise beyond her years. I absolutely love her. Nothing to say much, just drop by to say I love your hair color. Oh, thank you. And it's funny because y'all now you can tell because I'm doing it, but all my grays are coming out and I refuse to go to Maryland with the grays. So not only am I taking the girls, I'm coloring it again, and it's not gonna be the same color though. I want to try something different, but you're not gonna know what it is because I'm gonna be wearing wigs on the trip. So sorry. The original was a very good palette, definitely, and I own it, and I have it, and I'm not getting rid of it because I don't believe in getting rid of stuff until I'm done with it. But it's just I don't like the shadiness because, like I said, there are other companies, and we all know who they are. That from one palette to the next, you don't know if it's going to be the same color payoff, and you have to like basically live vicariously through people that you trust, which are usually the smaller channels, because I don't trust any of the bigger channels. But I think Morphe and Jacqueline Hill think they can dupe consumers with cheaper ingredients. I can't say yay or nay. I'm kind of like, I'm going blonde. No. If anything, I'm going darker or blue or darker. I'm not telling you. I might tell you because on the trip I might tell you and I might show you, but I'm not. If you all haven't figured out, Carrie is one of my ride or dies. What I was talking about before, that some of you are part of that, even though I don't know you personally. Carrie is one of my ride and dies, and so is Joe. I love a lot of you a lot. I just not gonna start saying, okay, this other person, this other, because I'm gonna leave somebody out. So I'm gonna stop at Carrie and Joe. But you all know who you are. I reckon Rox would rock the blonde. No, I wouldn't. I really wouldn't. Trust me. I tried it once. Granted, I was 20, but I might try it when I go like fully gray, because my problem with my gray is that it will come up, right? But if I let the hair grow, it doesn't look all white. So it's like a mess. And I don't like the gray. So the that grayish, no, thank you. Smoky Glow is the bomb. I can't wait for her Midas palette to come in. Girl, can we talk for a second about the Midas palette? I don't know how many of you ordered Smoky Glow's palette. I did it to support her because I'm in a low buy this year. Yes, sir. I'm in a low buy this year. And I decided to go ahead and buy it. And unfortunately, it comes from China and the factory's closed. And so it's delayed. So we can't play with it because it hasn't arrived. Now, I'm not canceling mine. Not because they offered to give you an extra goodie, just because I fully support Smokey and I can't buy her merch. So I figured I would do this. I am not canceling that order. However, until I found out that the coronavirus doesn't survive in air for more than a minute, sounds like AIDS, to be honest with you, I had no intention of wearing it. Now I can, because I know nothing's going to come from the thing. Now, hey, Poisonous. You're not canceling yours either? Yeah, I don't, and I understand people that are canceling. Don't think that I'm saying that if you canceled your order, you're a bad person, because I understand you canceling it. I understand, number one, the fear. Number two, just the fact that it didn't arrive when you wanted, and some people might have wanted it for a gift or something, and it isn't going to happen. I understand that. Personally, I'm not, because I want to support Smokey. So, but speaking of the coronavirus, have you all seen this whole thing about people saying that the coronavirus beer gives you coronavirus? Can somebody please explain to me what the... Ugh. And Jen Loves Reviews happens to have placed a tweet where she actually said, Corona is a great beer, and no, it does not transmit coronavirus. And by the way, Corona comes from Mexico, not from China. I lost it when I saw that comment. Let me tell you how this happened. I'm not going on Twitter a lot because I'm trying to make that into pack. And I don't think it's going to happen, because this sweater, I just found this sweater today and it's really warm. And as soon as I finish here, I'm going to throw it in the wash and take it with me. And I'm trying not to look. I got to be honest with you. I'm trying not to look. I'll hit the like if I see something you've left for me or whatever, but I'm trying very hard not to look. I looked and I saw that freaking post and I threw the phone. I went like, I'm not doing this today. I'm just not doing it. Thank you, Frog. I'm not doing this today. I'm just not having any of this today. I can't. I really can't. What was it? Royal Black on Twitter just announced she was diagnosed this morning with it. She is in the hospital in Cali. Is that the young lady that does looks that just said that they were treating her like she had AIDS and it was 1983? Because if that was her, I saw her post and I sent her good wishes. Corona beer has dropped 33% in sales because of the coronavirus, as some Americans think the beer is related. Oh my God. I don't mean to sound offensive. I'm sorry for people in the United States, but where's your brain? I'm serious. Where is their brain that they think one thing has anything to do with the other? The Corona beer. I can't speak English, woman. Don't make... Yeah, that's what they think though, Cleo. Some people are associating the Corona beer, did I say it right? Corona beer with the coronavirus. Because in somebody's brain that makes sense. Where? Corona was originally from Puerto Rico. It's not the same one though. Corona beer, you can still find Corona, well, maybe not now. But the Corona beer in Puerto Rico is very different from it, and it don't taste the same either. I'm going to let Amy's comment go because that is hilarious. In case you don't know, what Amy just wrote is, well, let's just leave it at morons. Rocks get AIDS by exchanging blood. Exactly. You get AIDS from exchanging blood or bodily fluids, whatever that means. It's not the same as the coronavirus. I honestly don't even know where coronavirus came from. Well, I know they came from China, but I don't know how, other than somebody sneezing on you, I don't know how you get it. Not just, you just drank too much Coronas, dummies. You know, now that you're talking about that, yesterday, I don't know if you guys saw the video of the young lady that her hand hurt from spanking her child because she ruined her alien palette, which, by the way, I haven't seen the whole video, but at least in the segment I saw, I didn't see the damn palette, so I don't even know if it's ruined. But I thought it was really funny because I made a comment where I said, I don't care if your kid is Mensa level intelligent, and somebody said to me, well, the kid might be Mensa, but the mother is not. And I was clarifying, and Mexican friends can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think I am, because this used to be an insult on a TV show that we all know and love, which was El Chapulín Colorado y El Chavo del Ocho. Why don't people read their damn... Excuse me. I am... Well, anyhow, the word mensa in Spanish, in Mexican Spanish to be precise, means dummy. And I said, well, you know, it might be a dummy anyway, because, you know, she might be a mensa, just not the same mensa. Anyone else angry about that mom popping her kid but didn't say anything because you were too angry? I said a lot of things. And here's the thing. One of the things that happened, and I want to make a point here because I don't understand why people are having such a hard time with the difference. When you call out somebody for bad behavior, saying this is wrong, what you did is wrong, because there is no reason why you couldn't handle this a different way. More importantly, why announce it to the world unless she wants a free palette? But that's another story for another day. There is a difference between calling out a person for bad behavior and bullying. The people that have decided to just trash her and call her names and threaten her life, those people are bullying, and by all means, those people should not be allowed to do that. The problem is that we are taking everybody and putting them all together. And what some people are not understanding is that she was not helping herself, because she posted tweets after where she doubled down on her hand hurting. Even though on the video she says, well, my hand hurts, and then she changes it to me to try to say that she didn't spank her as hard. I'm sorry, if your hand hurts, you hurt your kid. Period. Like to be, I swear, YouTube is getting on my last nerve. If you don't see me, let me know. There is a difference between you smacking your kid in the bum once and hitting your kid repeatedly. That's one thing. Number two, you should spank your kid for your mistake, because obviously you left the makeup where she could get to it. And number three, why are you freaking talking about it on social media to get brownie points? Maybe, I don't understand. So then the video's posted, somebody leaked part of the video. Then she comes on social media, and you know what? I'm going to find it because I actually saved it. Because I was so incensed that I thought I was going to, crap, I need my glasses for this. Hold on. Where is it? I can't see close, so I have to put them. Bye, Carrie. Thank you, babe, for being here. Okay, let me see if I see it. Where is it? I think I put it away or I threw it out. I might have. Yeah, I did. I was so mad I threw it out. But maybe I didn't. No, I did. Damn. That's too bad. I did take it out. But she was saying, she was doubling down on her hands hurting and the whole 9 yards. And I'm sitting there like, why are you fanning the flames? The reason why everybody got on her case is because she started fanning the flames too. She's not an innocent bystander here. And you have to remember, scandals for views. There is no way this girl didn't think this was going to go her way. We've seen it a million times. Now, calling the CPS on her, yes. At this particular point, yes. And it doesn't have it. Whatever. I can't pay attention to you right now. I am just not, I don't even know what to say about this. If my child slathered ranch dressing all over my palette, I'd laugh out loud and take some pics. That's it. Giggle my butt off, not spank. Here's the thing. I think the best example was Evelina posted a picture of a toy and the palette. And basically, later on, she posted about how because she knows that the kids are interested in what makes mommy happy, she actually has like makeup lessons. And I think there's a video where one of her kids puts makeup on her. But she posted some pictures of her kids playing with the makeup and playing with her. I mean, it's makeup. It's not that deep. And if she really ruined your palette, there's still places where you can find the alien palette. Oh my God, he grabbed one of my toys. That guy? Yeah, but he didn't bring it. Oh, I'm going to kill him. She's yes, Bacon, she is. I cannot understand why anybody would post something like that and think it's funny or it's good or anything. No bad language. We don't want Rox to lose monetization. Yes, be cute. Stay cute, people, because I can't afford it now. Definitely scare her. But she needs to be forced into going to parenting classes. Here's the thing. Calling CPS doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to go the next day. I don't know how many people called CPS. they'll just do a wellness check. If the kid is really, I mean, this person actually was pimping her daughter for Valentine's Day. And again, I said, if this is a joke, it's not funny. I didn't think it was a joke, by the way, for the people that were like, you think it's a joke? No, I don't think it's a joke. I thought it was a horrible thing to say. But I don't know if she thought that was a joke. And maybe it's a generational thing. Her generation might think that's funny. I didn't think it was funny. I just finished watching The Case of Gabriel Fernandez on Netflix. I have no faith in CPS, not to mention I work for the state also. I have, it's really sad. Hi, Ilda. There's a lot of people that are really good people that work for CPS. And I feel bad because unfortunately they tend to drop the ball at the worst times. And that sucks. It just sucks. But I don't want to, you're a little late because I'm about to leave, but I still have like 10, 15 minutes left. So you can stay and hang out with us and talk. When mine was 2, he got a black Sharpie and colored the wall. Wooden Entertainment Center. His belly button. Oh my God. I had my daughter do that with crayons, but they came off. So, and we didn't know that they were going to come off until we tried it. And don't get me wrong. She got time out for it, but she got time out. She didn't get spanked. I think my daughter, the one thing I did do when she was a little girl, and I realized what I'm about to say is horrible. If she got into trouble, no, there was 2 things. When she had a diaper, I would smack her bum with the diaper. Not 3 times, just 1 time. And the reason for it was because when you smack the diaper makes a sound that scares the crap out of them. I did that like 3 times. And then I was like, I'm feeling more guilty than she is getting upset. So there have been 2 times where she put her hand where she shouldn't have put her hand, and I did smack her because it scared the crap out of me. She actually tried to touch a stove, and the stove was hot. Had she touched that stove, I would have ended up in the hospital with her. That's how hot the stove was. But my daughter got into all kinds of trouble. My husband was talking to me about this yesterday. My daughter saw his brother shaving. So she grabbed a shaver and she shaved herself and she nicked herself. We didn't spank her because she nicked herself. After we had to bandage her because let me tell you, when you don't have a lot of fat, it was bad. We just sat down with her. We explained to her why she couldn't do that. And she did it again. But the second time she did it, I guess it hurt more than the first time. And she didn't do it again after that. There are my daughter, I don't know where I did something right. I swear to you, I don't know what I did right. Because my daughter is quite possibly one of the least problematic people I know to this day. She's 28 now. She doesn't drink. Well, she drinks on occasion, but she doesn't get drunk. She doesn't smoke. She doesn't use drugs. She loves staying at home, which I really don't understand because at her age, I was partying like a crazy person. And when she was a little girl, she was not problematic. So when my daughter got in trouble, did something bad, number one, they weren't that bad compared to things that, I don't know, maybe I would have done or her father would have done. And there was no reason for us to spank her or do anything to her. And you guys know that the one time that she threw a tantrum at the mall, I went ahead, sat down next to her and started throwing a fit myself. And she looked at me like, who the hell are you? And kept on walking and never did it again. So there are other ways that you can tell your kid not to do something. We all learn with time that maybe some methods are better than others. But what she did was, I'm sorry, but that young lady, and somebody said, maybe she's overwhelmed. And that's a possibility. But you have to understand that I was 25 years old when I had my daughter. And my husband was in the Navy, which means I was alone with my daughter most of the time. And then we separated. And that means that for 2 years, I raised my daughter on my own. And I had 2 jobs, and I was super overwhelmed. And it never occurred to me to spank my daughter to the point where my freaking hand hurt. I didn't. I know your daughter's twin. She's a 21-year-old living on her own in Canada. Really, Alicia? I'm telling you, the only reason why my daughter doesn't live on her own is because American salaries don't pay enough for you to live. If you have a normal paying job, you in certain places, in certain areas, and I live in a fairly not cheap area. Um, you need a roommate, and I told her, we can set you up in an apartment. You can get a roommate, and she's like, I already know you people, so I'd rather be your roommate than be a roommate of a stranger. Of course, let's keep in mind free well, she pays for some of the rent, but when I cook she eats for free. When she comes home, there's people here that actually want to know about her day. um Whenever she needs something and she doesn't have money, I will find the money and I will get it for her, because my daughter has been, and I'm telling you, it's not because she's my daughter, it's not because I did anything right, because I don't think I did. My daughter is, well, that's why I'm taking her on a trip, because my daughter is something, and I've been blessed. Thank you, because and she's so smart too. She's 20 times smarter than me. The only thing that she ever did that I was like, but now I understand why she did is she didn't finish college. But she's amazing. And I'm not tooting my own horn, but that's my kid. And let me put it to you so you understand what I mean by she's so smart. She will sit and watch a Japanese person teaching Japanese on YouTube, and less than 2 weeks later, she can have a full conversation with a Japanese person just like that. Like that. She got into sign language, and it took her 3 days to figure out sign language. I was sitting there like, I have no idea what you're saying. And she's like, well, you were watching the same video I was watching. And I'm like, I still don't know what you're saying. She will pick a hobby, and it gets to the point where she gets bored because she learns it so quick. And I'm a quick learner, but I never had that ability at all. I mean, my kid at 16, 17, she was doing stuff with phones and computers and cameras that I still don't know how she pulled them off. And they're beautiful. And I'm like, girl, sell that stuff. But, she is what she is. I barely had to pop my girls when they were young on diaper, and now they know how to act. Occasionally, I have to take their phone away or ground them, but that hurts them worse than a spanking. And you got a really good trick. When you have a kid with either an iPad, a tablet, or a phone, and you take that away from them, you don't even have to do it for a week. Just do it for a day, and those kids are going to be like, oh my God, mommy, please, I'm sorry. But yes, I've done that. I think I saw somewhere that bilingual people can pick things up quicker than, say, someone like myself who only has one language. And you know what's funny, Josephine? The weird thing about this is that, hey, Marlo, the weird thing about that is this. My daughter was born here. In fact, the first place we're going is where she was born. She hasn't been there in 26 years. She doesn't remember it. But I want to take her and show her where she was born and where we lived when she was born. Then we spent 2 years in Annapolis. We went from Virginia to Annapolis. And those 4 years, she spoke English mainly. But when she was 2 years old, because my husband was out to sea all the time, my parents came for a year so I could finish college, which I didn't. That's another story for another day. But I did take a lot of credits. It's just I couldn't, we didn't have enough time to finish. And my parents stayed with her. And my father would teach her words in Spanish. So she knew at 4 years old, she knew what it sounded like, and she understood perfectly, but she couldn't speak it very well. I'm old. I'm ancient. I'm 1,000,000 years old. How do I explain this so you guys figure out what I'm trying to say? Okay. Sentence structure in English, okay? Sentence structure in English is that pretty house. You have the adjective before the noun, okay? In Spanish, you would say it, oh, I'm a terrible person. Okay, whatever. In Spanish, you would say it the other way around. So you would say that house pretty, okay? she would talk to you in Spanish with English sentence structure. Number one. Number two, even if you spoke to her in Spanish, she would do this thing where she would answer in English, and I or her father would have to go, then why are you here? I mean, seriously, bye. She would take, like, it would take one of us to tell her, Mama English or Mama Spanish, but she would do it in both languages. Wow, somebody got really ticked off. Oh, well, bye. Saying you don't like somebody is not the way to get to talk on my chat. I'm just saying. It's rule number 2 of my channel. She would like, and she did it in both languages. So she would, like, if she was talking to you, like right now in English, she would start going off in Spanish. And then we would be like, Mama English. And then she would revert back to English. Now, if we were speaking Spanish, she would start going in English. And then we would say, Mama Spanish. So it was confusing for her. But somehow she knew what she was saying. And she knew exactly how to answer. She just didn't always know what language to answer. And when she was learning Spanish, she was using English sentence structure. So that was a mess. But other than that, now she speaks both perfectly. Why would you ban someone for something that simple? Because it was not one, it was 3 comments. And rule 2 of this channel says you're not going to insult me, you're not going to insult anybody on the chat. That's why. It's very simple. I'm not putting up with people's BS. Yeah, the trolls have appeared, which is fine because I'm about to leave, so it doesn't matter. What did this person say? Oh, I'm a terrible person. Yes, I am. I just banned you from the channel. Bye. Rule 2 isn't a good rule. Well, you know what the thing is? It's my channel, so I can do whatever I want. I still dream in Spanish and French and will understand things I'm not meant to due to tone. So I understand how elders can understand a language, but not speak it, although I can on occasion. Let me tell you something, SD. I understand some French. I understand a lot of Italian. I don't speak Italian. But because of their sentence structure and the sound, I can actually pick up what they're saying. Now, the scary thing was, I was in Greece for 2 days, and I listened to Greek TV the entire time, and I'm telling you, I could understand what they were saying. I was shocked by that because I don't speak Greek at all. I know 2 words in Greek. Ευχαριστώ and paragalo, which is thank you and you're welcome. So it takes no effort to be polite. Yeah, but these people don't want to be polite. And then they want to keep commenting and they don't understand that their comment's not going to come out because I cut you out of the channel. Really? Oh, and I'm just curious, what tipped you off? Because I've never denied that I'm fat. So I have lost 37 pounds now. So when I lived in Cyprus after 18 months, I could understand what Cypriots were saying to me, could have a basic sentencing, but could understand more. Yeah, it's really crazy. Pick up languages easily when I'm immersed. And that's the thing. If you have the ability to be surrounded by people that speak a particular language, it's a lot easier. I mean, if you live in Florida and you don't speak Spanish and you don't understand it either, I don't know. My God, what the F? Really? Man, by the end of today, the list of banned people from this channel is going to be humongous. Okay, let me see what this person. No, I didn't. Bye. Have a nice day. Let me say something. And for those of you who have been here, you know I don't mean you, but we're seeing the trolls. I have no sympathy, time, energy, or interest in trolls. The only troll that I love, and I will let her say whatever she wants because it's Madam Scuttlebutt. Other than that, no. If you want to be an ass on my channel, you can go be an ass somewhere else. I have put up with enough baloney to last me a lifetime. And even though I say it, And you guys know that I have told you before, don't send me any screenshots of anybody talking about me because I don't want to know. I block them. I mute them. I don't see what they say. I have no patience, and neither does my lawyer. So I'm done playing nice. But it is what it is. No, in Spanish, let me pick up some words in Italian and Portuguese too. But here's the issue that I have with Portuguese. Some people are Portuguese and they think that I'm automatically going to understand what they're saying because I understand Spanish. And I have to like slow them down to like 10 times the speed because, yeah, I can make up what you're saying. But not if you're speaking at your normal. I mean, I can't. So that's the only thing. She's the best kind of troll in the world. The Madame is my. Yes, she is. She's amazing. I thought it was weird when I was visiting a friend in South Florida. A bunch of us went out for pizza. I had to dip the ordering because none of them spoke Spanish. And I'm from Michigan. I know a lot of people that don't speak any Spanish. And I sit there like, but you hear it all day long. Why don't you know what it says? I mean, really, it's just crazy. Hold on. Wow, and racist too. Where does it say racist? Okay. Just so we're clear. Let me bring it out. Shit, I can't do it because you guys put her down. I was gonna take her out, but okay. It doesn't matter. I'm leaving anyway. If you're racist on my channel, your comment is reported, just so you know. And I am not taking. Bye, Amy. It's okay because I'm leaving now too. I will not be tolerating any bullying or hate speech on my channel. I will report you. So I would not waste my time with me. Just saying. Anyway, I gotta go because I've been here an hour. And do you basically need to know a little Spanish to navigate in Florida? I mean, everything's in English, but if you know Spanish, it's easier, if that makes sense. There's a lot of Hispanics here. I mean, like, ridiculous amounts. Like I always say, half the island came here. So yeah. But you can speak to anyone in English. But there are some places where you're like, yes, you know. So thank you, Poisonous. I'm gonna go now. Thank you all for coming and keeping me company, and thank you for listening to me whine and bitch for like half an hour before I started talking. I feel a lot better. So love you all, and I mean it. And you all, I will try. And if you notice that I forget, please remind me, especially on Twitter. Put the links so I can put the links so y'all can see the live streams. We're going to live stream on the road. My daughter's going to be holding my phone so y'all can see the road while I'm talking, because if I get bored, it's probably going to happen. Love y'all. Bye.